So what type of maneuver is he gonna do? Oh, he does it! Majin Buu has been constantly doing his studies on WWE. We saw him break out Nia Jax and Yokozuna's iconic Banzai drop, and he breaks out yet another one to Rikishi, the stink face. He has given Tamagami 1 the stink face. There is no utter disrespect than that. Dragon Ball DAIMA is wild, folks. Majin Buu has so much respect that he's made Tamagami 1 eat the booty like groceries. That is just disrespect. You know, start cueing the Brock Lesnar theme. Din, 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 din. Yeah, he starts doing the whole Brock Lesnar dance for those of you who are WWE fans. So Tamagami's like, I'm not gonna be scared by this. What you got? And so they're looking like, what is he doing? So, you know, Majin Buu just starts jumping all the way up in the air, and he's basically jumping even higher. We're like, okay, what's bro got planned here? What's he gonna do? And then he stops himself midair, and right off the bat, here you go. You got Tamagami 1 already. He had such a stoic face, but we're already Tamagami 1's kind of got a little concern on his face. We're like, okay. And so Majin Buu pulls one out the Kid Buu box and does that spinning in Super Buu as well, the whole spinning thing. So we've seen this right here, and he goes right into Tamagami 1, and boom, Tamagami 1 ends up capturing Majin Buu and ends up going ahead and spins him basically right into the wall, very similar to what he did to Majin Kuu, but Buu is able to go ahead and basically use his back to project himself back onto the attack, and he goes right towards Tamagami 1, who once again ain't looking so confident, and then from there he stops himself in midair, and it's very hard. Tamagami 1 can't figure this guy out. It's hard to read, and there you see, goes in for a punch, and then he teleports or uses some super speed to go to the side, and there you see right there, Tamagami 1's like, what the heck is going on? And then right there you see how fast Buu is, and he goes right here and boom, kicks him with some sweet chin music. For those of you who are Shawn Michaels fans out there in WWE, gets this guy right in the eye. Oh, he actually landed a shot. So right off the bat has come to play. Right off the bat, Buu has come to play. Buu is landing more than what Kuu did in the last fight. And there you see, basically right here, he goes ahead and flies off the frame, flies in the air, and then from there, he basically is flying, and there you see Tamagami 1 is on the chase, so he's got Tamagami 1 chasing him down, and then he starts going ahead and turning into a ball, and right here, what the heck is about to happen? You see, once again, Tamagami 1 is confused. What is he gonna do? And boom! Oh, for you WWE fans, he broke out the rear view. He broke out Naomi's, one of Naomi's signature moves, who does the rear view, where when the wrestler is running towards him, she ends up basically jumping in the air, does a split in the middle of the air, and the wrestler will basically land face first right into her butt crack and get knocked out. I'm like, holy crap, somebody on the DAIMA team, as I've always been mentioning, must be a wrestling fan. So right here, he's like, I guess he's like half his forehead stuck in his butt crack. This is classic Toriyama, my gosh. And there you see Tamagami 1 is just completely I doesn't know what to make of this. Thankfully, looks like he doesn't have a nose right there. And so Tamagami 1 basically has stunned Tamagami 1 has been stunned by the butt crack of Majin Buu. And then right here, Majin Buu goes in for a kick, boom, kick right into where the Dragon Ball is. Once again, landing a third shot on Tamagami 1, and then he's still stunned, and then boom, headbutt right to Tamagami 1. Like, Tamagami 1 is just having no answer. He has no answer for Majin Kuu. I mean, for Majin Buu. So I'm like, okay, Majin Buu is the real deal here. And then from there, Tamagami 1 takes his sword and he starts swinging that thing, and he goes in, and boom, no, Majin Buu has been able to do a split and basically basically avoid the shot, and he lands on his hand. Like, holy crap, he's got time to just land on his hand. Like, right now he is embarrassing Tamagami 1. He is making Tamagami 1 look like the jabroni now. Like, this is incredible, coming off of last week's episode when he fought Kuu. And so he bounces off of him, does a whole spinning deal, and he's like making some distance, and then he starts doing that huge sound wave, and right there you see they are both shocked, and now they are happy. They're like, okay, Majin Buu has got this. And Tamagami 1, now he's trying to figure out, and he shoots a ki blast over him. And I love this. Once again, this is classic Majin Buu. It goes into the complete blast, and he was able to evade it by putting his head into his body. This is what Kid Buu did in the battle with Son Goku when he was Super Saiyan 3. And so then he pulls himself back up, and this was pretty funny here because you see his head tentacle ended up getting burnt. And so this is where Majin Buu decides to like rub off the burnt smear, whatever, on his head tentacle, and he starts realizing, like, he's looking at his hand, and he's like, I could form this thing as well. He says it's a ki blast. And so Majin Buu blasts himself in the face and realizes he can do these ki blasts as well. And then he shakes off the burnt mark. He's like, ooh. So very much, once again, playing, this goes back, if we all remember, the fat Majin Buu learned the Kamehameha wave just by watching Son Goku do this when they fought. And then Kid Buu himself was also able to learn the Kamehameha wave, and was even able to learn the instantaneous movement from back when he blew up planet Earth for Goku and Vegeta during that time. So that was really cool, and they are completely amazed. Like, they're shocked, but they're happy at the same time that, okay, glad he's on our side. Chat, we said, giving number 1 the old mix-up. Oh yeah, he's learning as he fights. Yeah, definitely, that's exactly what the sign Vegeta said when he fought Broly. He's learning as he fights. So, like, yeah, that's exactly what we're seeing out of here. So Majin Buu proving to be a prodigy. Phantom Flame in the chat says, although the most unorthodox way possible. Yeah, they both, all these Boos, and that was the whole thing about Majin Buu that made him he was so strong, but he always had a very unorthodox way of fighting. Majin Buu, and he's coming towards Tamagami. You talk about earning respect, ladies and gentlemen. It's clear here that Tamagami 1 has certainly earned some respect for the unorthodox ability of Majin Buu, because Majin Buu, he ends up going ahead, teleporting over, and what's he gonna hit him? Another wrestling classic, the Banzai Drop. The Banzai Drop, used by the late great Yokozuna, Rikishi, and now Nia Jax in WWE. Man's been hidden, he's been brushing up on his Samoan wrestling, breaking out rear views and Banzai drops and stuff. He knows his Anawadi history family. Man, does the Banzai Drop and then bounces off Tamagami number 1. And look at this. Look how flustered Tamagami 1 is. He's looking this way, don't even know that Majin Kuu's right there. I mean, Majin Buu is right there. And boom, he goes for a punch. And while it's really cool that Tamagami was able to kind of do like a little weak brush off before getting punched, man, he's trying his best to avoid these punches, but he is like completely complex. Like he looks like a deer in the headlights, and he shoots this big ki blast, and Majin Buu sees this, and he's able to now, he's mastered how to dodge with his head now, going in and out. So that was really cool to see. And then he basically comes right back onto the attack, and he hits him. Oh boy, you talk about another wrestling move. He breaks out the X-Pac Bronco Buster. The Bronco Buster, and man, like dude's face is all in his crotch, and he's just basically like, and like he is suffocating Tamagami 1, and Tamagami 1, he's got no answer. He doesn't even try to stab him. He's just trying to pull him off, and he's like, and he's like, he can't get him off and everything. And finally he does. Like, oh my gosh, ladies and gentlemen, like I said, it's a good thing it looks like Tamagami 1 does not have a nose, because his face was all buried in there. And so he swings him, and even that, it wasn't clean. Like, that was like Tamagami 1 not looking smooth like he did in his fight with Majin Kuu. And so there you see, he tries to swing his blade over to Majin Buu, and you see his teeth are grinning, his eyes are glowing red. said, like, Tamagami 1 is getting serious here, and he goes for the head, and once again falls for it again. Majin Buu has mastered putting that head in, tucking that head in, and basically once he swung that thing wild, he's given his back. He has given his back up to Majin Buu, and just so that Majin Buu can understand that how much he's got Tamagami 1 outclassed here, this man has time to go ahead and just basically swing around his abdomen, just completely do a 360 again, over and again, and Tamagami 1 had no answer for it. Tamagami 1 had no answer for that, and then he goes ahead and he gets shot in the back with the green blast. Obviously, if you play Dragon Ball Sparking Zero, you all know about this way too often if you end up giving your back up to your opponent. And so there you see Tamagami 1, he just takes the blast. There's nothing he can do. He gets sent basically closer to the camera, and look at his face. He's like, I'm like, wow. And we know Tamagami 1 is the #1 most powerful Tamagami. So, I mean, tremendous job. Look at them. They got it. And Dr. Arensu, she was right to make sure, because right now, Majin Buu is proving out to be the real freaking deal. And there you see Majin Kuu. Majin Kuu is just marking out for his brother Buu, basically marking out being a term used for wrestlers fans when hardcore wrestling fans are just so super happy to see some of their favorite wrestlers and everything. I mean, honestly, I do it as well when it comes to Dragon Ball. I mark out over this stuff. Obviously, you guys see my streams here. Majin Buu is basically, you know, he's up here, you know, basically, like I said, he was kind of doing the Brock Lesnar dance, dun, 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 you know, and then right here, you know, he's just doing all these unorthodox poses, and he flies off. And as we saw in the previous episode, Majin Buu, even though he, as Vegeta said in the Dragon Ball Broly movie about Broly, he's learning as he fights. Yeah, I mean, right here, Majin Buu learning as he fights, and Tamagami 1 has been struggling. It has not been good for him in this fight, and so Tamagami 1 goes for using his sword, and boom, look at that. Majin Buu is able to curve around. He has completely mastered Kid Buu's way of fighting, and he's up here just taunting him. At this point, even though this is his first fight, even though he's learning how to fight, Majin Buu is showing no respect at all to Tamagami 1. He's flying in the sky, and then right there, he's got his butt all in the air, like just not giving his back up, ladies and gentlemen, giving his butt up to Tamagami #1. And then we get this close shot of his butt crack right here, and Tamagami 1 is perplexed. He has no answer. Don't want to put up a guard. He's just trying to figure this guy out. He doesn't understand. So what type of maneuver is he gonna do? Oh, he does it. I've been telling you guys, Majin Buu has been constantly doing his studies on the Anoa'i, aka Samoan family in WWE. We saw him break out Nia Jax and Yokozuna's iconic Banzai drop. We saw him go ahead and even break out even some other non-Samoan moves like the sweet chin music from Shawn Michaels, and he breaks out yet another one to Rikishi, the stink face. He has given Tamagami 1 the stink face. There is no utter disrespect than that. And so right there, this is crazy, man. This is wild. Dragon Ball DAIMA is wild, folks. Tamagami. Majin Buu has so much respect that he's made Tamagami 1 eat the booty like groceries. Tamagami 1 is eating Majin Buu's booty like it's groceries. Look at that. That is just disrespect. Wow. So Tamagami 1, he lifts his knees up because he obviously, thankfully, Tamagami 1 has no nose, because I don't even want to imagine the smell there. And so he goes to kick Majin Buu and sends Majin Buu flying and into the wall. And what happens? Majin Buu just bounces right off there. And man, he's just going all types of crazy here. So Majin Buu basically jumps off of this wall, and he's propelled himself back to the area where they're fighting. And look at this, once again, no respect at all for Tamagami 1's fighting ability. Majin Buu is just now running around like crazy in circles, like woo. And there you see right there, Dr. Arensu and Majin Kuu, they are basically like in awe, like wow. And then here you go, speed attack right there, and boom, Tamagami 1 is able to dodge it, ladies and gentlemen. And look at this. This is how he reacts to him getting his tag block. So you're thinking, okay, Majin Buu is off guard. What happens here? Oh, he goes for the sword attack, and once again, Tamagami 1 falling for the same trick over and over, where Majin Buu puts his head into the right into the into his sternum, very much similar to the way Kid Buu used to do things. And so the fight continues from here to where now Majin Buu's like he's holding on to Tamagami 1, and then he basically swoops around, and look at this, he has all this time to do go all like that. Meanwhile, Tamagami 1 is still in the same position. He is so slow to react, he's still stuck in the same position. And look at this, he's got time to go ahead and taunt him, and Tamagami 1's looking all over here while Majin Kuu's all over here. Like, man, he is embarrassing this man right now, embarrassing Tamagami 1, who I think, I don't know if it was mentioned, or maybe I just assumed it, but was Tamagami 1 supposed to be the strongest of all the Tamagamis? Oh man. And then look at this, Tamagami 1 turns back around, but he's so slow, just too slow. No answer for Majin Kuu here. And then right there, look, he's even shocked himself. Like, the fact that we're not seeing that cool, calm, collected face that we saw throughout the entire fight that he had with Majin Kuu, we're seeing it, it's just not existent here with Majin Buu. And he goes again for a shot, too slow. And then look at this. Look at this. He's shocked because Majin Buu has enough time to just stand there on his sword and go, like, man, all type of embarrassment for this man. And look, that's all Tamagami 1 can do. It's like Dee Dee from Dexter's Laboratory. If you guys remember that from the 90s, if you're a 90s kid like me, you'll probably remember that cartoon when Dee Dee, there's an episode where she's like, that's all you can say. That's all you can say. Well, in terms of Tamagami 1, that's all you can do. That's all you can do. It's just look perplexed right there. And look at Majin Buu, like, let's go. He's like, boom, he's like, no respect. That's how much respect he has for Tamagami 1. And then he goes for the punch with such speed and velocity. And right there, he stops. Just to understand the difference in speed, just faking him out. He's punking out Tamagami 1 here, and it's crazy, ladies and gentlemen. And he does a backflip. That was just to let him know the power difference. Like crazy. He could have knocked him into next week, but he wanted to say, no, let me just go ahead and show you what it's like. And so from here, you got Majin Buu. He basically lands on his ground. He lands on the ground, and now he stopped. He stopped the fighting. He's like, what's going on here? And he's sad. Now he's looking sad. Like, oh, well, what's going on here? And he turns back and he's like, I want chocolate. And Majin Buu's like, and Rinsu's like, what? Like this is not the time for chocolate. And they're trying to make him understand that no, chocolate is not now. It is fighting time, not chocolate time. And he's looking like, and he's like, and he starts, I want chocolate. And he starts going on the ground, having a temper tantrum. Chocolate. Oh my gosh, dude, this is why I love Akira Toriyama's work, because he is so creative. He knows how to go between comedy and seriousness in such a great way. Like, man, like whoever saw this coming here in the fight. And so in the middle of this fight, Dr. Arisu, she's like, she cannot believe this. And Majin Kuu's like, well, I can go into the latest store and pick up some more chocolate. And so he flies off. And Tamagami 1 right here, he's like, oh, I see. And so realizing that, okay, this is his time to attack, he sees Majin Buu just basically acting like a little spoiled child on the ground because he can't get his chocolate. Tamagami 1 picks him up by the head tentacle and pulls him up, and he swings that sucker around like, woo, boom. Look at the anger. Can we talk about this? We've seen him cool, calm, and collected, but man, have we not seen Tamagami 1 get angry? He's been, lost, but man, he took this personal. He took that personal. That is the face of a man who has been humiliated, and now it's his time for payback. And he throws him. He puts a lot of oomph into that throw. And there goes Majin Buu. Boom! Blasts that wall. That man destroyed that wall because, and look at Arensu now, she's sweating bullets because that was her meal ticket. You know, this was her cash cow to get that Dragon Ball, and now he's about to get wrecked because she didn't want to give him any chocolate, or I mean, I guess she couldn't give him any chocolate, right? And so there's my man Tamagami 1, takes his sword out the ground. He's like, let's go to work. And then boom, look at that. That boy flies towards the screen and he's like, whoa! He is angry. It's payback time. As the great Jim Ross, if you're a WWE fan, would say, ladies and gentlemen, there is hell to pay, by God. So Majin Buu at this point is running. He is running. Boy, how have the tables turned? See, I can at least respect Tamagami 1 here, because Tamagami 1, it ain't his fault that Majin Buu can't fight well because he ain't got chocolate. That sounds like a personal problem, to quote a good friend of mine's. But here's something here. At least with Tamagami 1, he didn't need Neva to go ahead and give him that extra power boost, which makes me wonder, could this fight have been different had Neva been there to give Tamagami 1 that extra power boost? And so from there, Tamagami 1 swings for the fences on his head, and you'll notice here, instead of coolly being able in a very cool manner, being able to take his head and put it in his torso, he has to force his head in his torso. So that tells you just how off his game Majin Buu is without chocolate, and he's barely able to evade that, and he's barely able to evade this next shot. And look at Tamagami 1, he's like, ah! He is ready, he is angry, he's ready to just put the hammer down on this guy. And so from there you see they're running all over the palace. Gorgeous background. I love these backgrounds in Dragon Ball DAIMA. And so here the military police of the Goma, as they're called, the Zandamari, basically, they come on out, and man, here they are. They're looking in just completely in complete awe of this, and I don't even know who this woman is, basically, that we're seeing here. I have no idea who she is, because it looks like somebody they've held captive, and she looks completely spooked, so I wonder if she's going to play a role in episode 13 coming out this week. And so here you go, Tamagami 1 doing his best Trunks impersonation, because we know that's how he and Trunks ended up going ahead and taking out Frieza and having boom, right? That was really awesome when he did that one. And so he comes down and boom, that one could have been it for Majin Buu. No, I'm pretty sure you gotta vaporize every single cell of his body, because that's how you took out Majin Buu. And so yeah, Majin Buu just not having any answers for these shots. It's going into the ground there, and here you see Goma and Dagetsu. They're still looking at the fight with Tamagami 2 and Vegeta, and this is actually because they feel like an earthquake, or I guess here the Demon World 3 quake is what you would call it, and they're like, what the heck is going on? So they switch over, and here Dagetsu, they see that, oh, Tamagami 1 is fighting some other thing that they don't know that looks like Majin Buu, and Goma's like, what's going on here? And so you see Majin Buu, who you gotta admit, it's cool that he's actually able to still dodge these, but barely able to dodge this. And you know, he's doing leapfrogs and everything. He's turning around, doing stretches, ballerina dances. He's standing on the light itself, however that's possible. And Tamagami 1's focus, he's trying to just finish this guy off, and nothing is working. And that's a testament. Like, these shots are awesome. Just the way he's going in for all these different shots. Like, man, animation looking on point here, and just going as much as he can. Like, he is trying to get at this, and Majin Buu is dodging all of it, dodging every single shot. And you kind of wonder, like, no wonder he has no chance against him. If this is Majin Buu at his weakest and he still can't land it, imagine once he gets some of that chocolate in there, because yeah, no answer. And that's where Majin Kuu comes into the scene, and in a scene that kind of very much reminds me of when Kuririn, aka Krillin, took the sensu bean and threw it at Goku. He comes in here and he's like, "Do chocolate," and he's like, whoa, throws that sucker basically right at him, and the way the animation works here is hilarious. It's just as ridiculous, but that's what we've come to expect. I mean, that's what you're gonna get out of Akira Toriyama's work. He's such a gag manga artist at heart. And right here, Majin Buu has locked on to the chocolate bar, and he jumps up there, and once again, Tamagami 1 has missed, and we get this cool shot as it zooms in. He's getting closer, and we get sparkles. He's like, and he's like, ah! Boom! he eats the chocolate, and there his eyes are up. So essentially, it's like Scooby snacks from, when Scooby-Doo, when, you have Shaggy go like, hey, Scoop, we're gonna go and get it. Go ahead and get some of those Scooby snacks. Well, and, all of a sudden, now he's brave. Just like Majin Buu is now strong again. And so he eats the chocolate, and boom, you've got the classic air coming out of his, whatever his holes are that's on his arms and his head. Very similar to the original OG Majin Buu. And now he is got the stomach full of air, and here comes a big giant green blast straight out of his mouth, and it gets launched right to Tamagami 1. And Tamagami 1, he ain't backing down. He's gonna try to stop this thing, and boom, he hits it with it. He's able to block it with his sword. And Majin Buu unleashes another green blast that this time sends Tamagami 2 Tamagami 1 flying back, and it sends him right into the wall nearly. The animation is just looking on point. Like, just look how sick the animation is. The dust from the ground, just phenomenal. And you see from a faraway shot how big this explosion is. This thing is going all out the place and blows up. And there you see the rocks. Man, he literally buried Tamagami 1 in the rocks, and Tamagami 1, he's like, I'm not gonna stop, I'm gonna keep going. And Tamagami 1 just keeps running at it, and ladies and gentlemen, he may have not wanted to stop, but his body is feeling it now. Tamagami 1 is being wrecked. He's being pushed to the limit, and here you see Dagetsu start to sweat, and Goma just can't understand what's going on here. And so Dagetsu like, it can't be. They see that the one responsible for this is Dr. Arinsu, who they thought was working with them, because of course that's Dagetsu's sister. And Goma's like, oh, and they can't believe, like, what is she up to? And there you see Tamagami 1 with just hanging on by a thread at this point. He's battle damaged, he's scratched up, he's sucking wind, and there you see Majin Buu. He's rejuvenated from the chocolate, and he's like, ah, ha, 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 pointing at him like, ha, 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 ha. And so he goes into a ball, and right here, talk about some extra power. Tamagami 1, he starts bringing the heat up. Literally, he gets even stronger. So it looks like he's powered up. He's powered up. He has one last big giant attack left in him. And so we get the big giant collision. Who's gonna win this struggle? And there you see Dr. Arinsu. She's looking on. She's like, oh no. And then you see Tamagami 1. He's got this blade. He's ready to unleash the ultimate attack. And I love that Majin Ku's like, oh, he's scared, but he's hoping at the same time. And from there, as they are about to collide, Majin Kuu stops midair, is able to jump onto that blade, but Tamagami 1, he takes that blade and he twists it on the other opposite side. And then Majin Buu is able to reverse it by doing a big what was that called? A backflip and everything, lands on his feet, and then from there, Tamagami, oh, look at that face. Majin Kuu, or Majin Buu at this point. Majin Buu is serious. Like, that is the first time we've seen him serious. At this point, it's like, playtime's over. Majin Buu is coming in for that kill. And he's got another, I think this is our 9th or 10th eye shot that we get in this episode. And look at Tamagami 1. He is ready. He is still focused. That boy is looking hot. Look at that. And then, my gosh, like a sun hot. Like, he's looking flaming hot like the sun. Yikes. And he goes ahead and he puts that sword forward, and right there he goes north towards Majin Buu's neck. And this is crazy right here. Majin Buu swirls his neck around. Now look at that blade. Look how sharp it is, ladies and gentlemen. You see how sharp that blade is? That is like incredible. Like, that's how you're gonna scratch your neck up, but that's just how good Majin Buu is, or his durability. That was insane when I saw that. I'm like, dang. And from there, even Tamagami 1 is in shock, because yeah, you're gonna take your neck and swing it around my blade like that? Like, man, that was crazy. And from here, boom, he's able to land a nice headbutt right to the face, and Tamagami 1 felt all of that. Look how wide that mouth is. He felt every single bit of that, and he's barely able to catch his footing, but he still comes forward anyway, and he goes in for another attack with his sword, gonna try and slice Majin Kuu, and it just ain't Majin Buu. It's not working, and he is left like he cannot believe it. He's giving it his all. He's powered up to the strongest, and Majin Buu is serious now. Like I said, he's got a serious face. He's ready to end this, and bam, he's dodging all those attacks with ease. And at this point, Tamagami 1, he's no answer. He's just all over the place. Like how to hit him. He doesn't know. And look how fast Majin Buu is moving. And he shoots out this ki blast right here, unleashes it, and Tamagami 1, he's gonna go ahead and try to stop this thing. He tries to stab this ki blast in there, and he's using all his might. He's and right here you get the final big power-up showdown. There's a lot of power. Who's gonna win? Tamagami 1 going all out. Majin Buu, I think, going all out. And they both disappear inside the ki blast, which is an indication we're gonna have either a draw or one's gonna survive. And they basically take out the whole ground beneath them. And you see this big green light basically coming up all over here with the where they're fighting here, and it settles. And it's like, who won? And there it is. Tamagami 1 is completely out. Oh my gosh. And there you see Majin Buu like, ho, yeah, I won, right? And the sword comes swinging in the air and boom, lands right there. Perfect timing. And at this point, they can't believe it. And then nor can the Zandamari guys. And even Goma's like, what? And even Dagetsu, he's getting like, oh, I can't believe this. It looks settled there, because that is a defeated man right there. Tamagami 1. There's no pose that say you're more defeated unless you're doing Yamucha, aka Yamcha's pose after the Cyberman blew him up. And it's at this point Tamagami 1 says, I give up. You win. I can't do this anymore. Oh, ladies and gentlemen, it is all over by submission. The winner, Majin Buu. And he's like, oh, he's flexing. That boy is flexing. He ain't got much to flex, but hey, when you got those fighting skills, you don't gotta look like you got much to flex. You just let your fighting and your actions speak the words, and they do all the flexing for you. And so he starts going ahead, pumping himself up, you know, basically very much like the way Kid Buu would do. So yeah, and there you see Majin Kuu is super happy to see his brother win. You see, look at that pose of Dr. Rich. She's like, you know, she's like, she's so proud of my baby boy. Man, she is ecstatic. So that is crazy. And there you see Majin Buu just celebrating, doing more ballerina dances, doing some break dancing, and he's like, and this is where Tamagami 1 says, okay, time for the final test to see if you can get that Dragon Ball. And at this point he stops and he's like, huh? Man, so what if I